You know, it is pretty interesting how my Pinterest recommendations have changed over the years. When I first made an account, my recommendations were pretty normal. There was a good mix of art, sports and pop culture. I'm a pretty eclectic type, but recently my recommendations pretty much looked like all of this furry stuff. You're probably wondering, how did we get from point A to point B? Or, more specifically, how did I make Pinterest think I'm a furry? Well, let's go back to around June of 2024. This was my one search that led me down my furry rabbit hole. Yet, Wolf from the 2022 DreamWorks animated movie The Bad Guys. For those who don't know, this is the protagonist of the movie where a group of characters get together and do crimes. In the beginning of this movie, Wolf orchestrates a bank heist so that they can get money, and that turns out to be successful. But then when they are at the Met Gala, they are after this meteorite that's very valuable. After it gets stolen, they get blamed for it and are sent to jail. This is where Wolf takes his mugshot before he goes directly to the slammer. I went to Pinterest for this because I ended up really liking that movie and I wanted to change my profile picture on YouTube to it because of that. Besides, that's where I got mostly all of my YouTube profile pictures from, so I figured that it wouldn't do much to my Pinterest recommendations. Oh boy, I was very wrong. The sequel was good too, by the way. As soon as I did that, I got a Pinterest recommendation for something related to Dog Day. I didn't really know what that was at first. Curiosity got the best out of me when it came to that. And then that led me down an entire Catnap x Dog Day rabbit hole that I ended up making a video about. But as I kept getting more and more Catnap x Dog Day on my feed, I started getting other recommendations. Those recommendations started my furry arc. It probably would have been better off if I found some way to get out of the rabbit hole, but no. I made it worse by going to those recommendations so that I would get more recommendations for that. Basically saying, the whole furry thing was my doing. I got curious and turned my entire Pinterest page into furry recommendations. I can't go back now. I have to accept what I am now. That means I'm a furry. Pretty awkward how this is how you'll end up finding out I became one. Huh? Well, now that y'all know I'm a furry, I'm gonna start embracing it on this channel. So that means that from this point forward, I will make it clear that I am a furry. I will start making videos that have to do with that specifically, as well as the types of videos you would usually expect me to make. So keep that in mind the next time you decide to watch me. And that's my story on how I turned my Pinterest feed into a furry feed. And moral of the story, don't just start clicking recommendations out of curiosity. You never know where that'll lead. And with that, thanks for watching. I'm out. Awoo.